So you may or may not have seen my recent video on how brain rot AI videos are ruining Facebook, but apparently they're coming for YouTube too now, because I saw this video earlier in my recommended. Basically, it's a guide on how to make AI brain rot videos and make a ton of money apparently. But today, instead of just watching the videos, I thought we'd actually watch this guide here on how to make one of these channels and see how successful it is. So what we're going to do today is watch this guy's tutorial on how to make one of these channels. We're going to set up the channel, and then tomorrow we're going to make some videos. So I think we should immediately get into watching this bozo's video.
So this YouTube Shorts channel, it gained 600,000 subscribers and 215 million views, only uploading videos that can be created entirely.
Alright, so just looking at these YouTube short thumbnails here, we can already establish that these videos are going to be like zero effort, but apparently this is the cheat code to YouTube because they get almost 1 million views. Maybe this guy's a genius, who knows?
So today I'll show you how to copy their strategy and generate videos just like theirs so that you can also tap into this opportunity.
So this seems to imply with this wording here that he doesn't even operate this channel, yet he's going to tell us how it works, so... Alright, let's see.
You know, well, it still works.
Yeah, well, it still works because you're going to ruin the stupid platform making your terrible low-effort videos. These people make me so mad. I just really hope that YouTube, like, bans these channels or something because I really don't want YouTube to turn into Facebook.
So the first step to recreating results like this yourself is to
write
pick
these
a
down.
good niche.
Yeah, it always seems to be AI brain rot animal videos. I don't know why it's always animals. I don't understand. It's like that on Facebook, and from what I've seen already, it's like that on YouTube too.
I'm going to be showing the animals fighting each other niche.
The animals fighting each other niche? That's my favorite niche of YouTube, animals fighting each other. Love that.
Where two animals are being put up against each other, and then the winner of that fight is put up in a new fight.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god, why do people watch this? It must be children, it has to be. I'm like genuinely curious about the demographic, but I guess we'll see when we make our own channels, so.
And ask ChatGPT to generate 5 fights between these animals and to pick a winner from each fight to get the same video structure as they have.
I'd say this is unethical to copy these people, but I mean, there's no effort to be had in the first place, so I don't feel bad for these people getting their ideas stolen, but still, I just... shameless is all I have to say about that.
I also included an example of a fight between a lion and an elephant. Now, you might want to also include that you don't want it to write a script for the video since we won't be using a voiceover. Then go ahead and hit generate, and ChatGPT will generate exactly what we're looking for.
You didn't need to use ChatGPT for this. Are you stupid or something? Oh my god, this guy's actually an idiot. All of that effort to type that out just for them to come up with random animals. Like, oh my god, this guy's actually an idiot. This guy's actually the stupidest man I've ever seen. Did you really need to type out this giant paragraph just to tell you random animals?
And by the way, if you want to use the same prompt I'm using, I'll leave it in the description. And now that the structure of the video is ready, we can proceed to creating the actual content that's going to be shown.
Content is a strong word for this.
They have a close-up image of each animal, followed by another one where they're fighting, and it's clearly visible who's the winner. So that means the obvious first step is to create a close-up image of each animal. Now there's tons of AI image generators that you can use for this, but my personal favorite is Leonardo AI.
Alright, I hope it's free because I don't really want to pay for any of these.
However, you first want to make sure that you have the right settings or else it may come out, you know, like pretty weird. Now,
that was horrifying. Okay, let's move on.
If I had to guess, I'd say that these images are not what's going to make our video actually go viral, because we still need to create images of the animals being in a fight with each other. Again, it's really hard to manually write a prompt that's going to give us a result.
Really hard. I feel so bad for him.
And if we again take a look at the reference channel, they always use images where the animal who won the fight is on top of the other animal. Okay, so now that we have all the visuals ready, both the close-up.
Oh my god. Hold on. Why is there a two-headed shark? God, I'm gonna have so much fun clowning on these.
I have to be honest with you. It's some good visuals you've created, Leo.
Thanks, Chad.
Comedy's not your thing, my man. I'm sorry.
They call me the GOAT for a reason.
Yeah, you, the GOAT? Really?
They're all using the exact same strategy to get monetized because you can actually find accounts that have been pre-monetized for YouTube on websites like this.
Okay, I'm not buying an account. I'm sorry, but that's not...
I'm gonna do all of the editing in CapCut with a free plan.
I might do it in my normal editing program instead of CapCut. So sorry if I don't follow this tutorial to a T. Alright, so I'm gonna skip through the editing part. I already got all this, you know. Wow. The best video I've ever seen in my life. Oh, it's gonna make me cry.
There you have it. It's your first ever AI short created just by you. And it's a bigger milestone than you may think.
Oh, huge milestone.
Literally what ends up earning people tens of thousands of dollars online.
Yeah, but apparently you've never done it yourself because you haven't given us any examples of any channels that you've actually done this on. It's hard to believe that you've actually done this.
Because I recently opened up the applications for the full 90-day program where I'll personally
I'm really curious how much his little course is. Let's see. Yeah, look. How to AI is my most his stupid channel that we're watching right now is the most successful one. Alright, that video was absolute garbage. But maybe, just maybe, I'll make millions. We'll see. Alright, so let's set up our channel now. I haven't done this in a while, so I think we start with a Google account. Alright, I'm not going to show any of this because I would hate to have someone hack my AI Brainrot YouTube account. Alright, let's ask ChatGPT what our name should be, actually. Keep it on theme. Alright, let's type out a prompt real quick. Alright, here's our prompt. Generate a name for a low-effort, brain-rot, AI faceless YouTube channel. Alright, let's see what it gets us. Sniffed It TV, Feral Scrolls, Rodent Wi-Fi. These names lead into absurdity, meme potential, and viral randomness. Perfect for low-effort algorithm chasing content. Alright, ChatGPT understood the assignment, it looks like. Monkey mode? Alright, I think we're gonna choose monkey mode. Oh, we get to make our own email address. Alright, I think I know what I'm gonna go for. Lame low-effort content at gmail.com. Alright, let's make a YouTube channel now. Alright, our handle's gonna be Monkey Mode AI. Slightly believable. We don't want to make it look too fake. Alright, here's our beautiful channel. I feel like we need a profile picture, so let's go to our good old friend Leonardo AI, as mentioned in the video. And here we're gonna generate a profile picture for us. Alright, so I got my prompt. It's generate an image of a very angry monkey in a YouTube style profile image. Okay, which one we thinking? Nah, this one's definitely the best. Alright, so this beautiful image is gonna be our profile picture. Alright, now we gotta do a header. I don't know if this can do this. I guess we'll have to do custom, probably? Okay, that did exactly what I wanted. Not bad. Alright, I think this one for sure. Alright. Alright, there we go. We got our header. We got our name. Oh, we gotta do a description, I think. I think we're gonna go to ChatGPT for this description, actually. Now that I think of it, we gotta involve as much AI in this as we possibly can. Alright, I think this will work. Oh, here's our beautiful channel. Look at that. Just can't wait to start putting very high quality, high effort videos on this. But that's gonna have to wait for tomorrow because it is currently almost 4 a.m. I'm not kidding. So I think I'm gonna stop for tonight and then tomorrow we'll actually make some of these AI videos. Hopefully my credits regenerate on this Leonardo thing. But yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Alright, so here we are for day 2. It's definitely day 2 and I definitely didn't skip a day to make another video, okay? But anyway, it's currently 1:28 a.m. on a Thursday, July 3rd, and this is when we're going to be starting our experiment today. So alright, let's just get into it. Audio quality might not be perfect because I don't have a mic arm, so it has to sit on the desk. Alright, so our first step here is going to be to type out this prompt. In the video, if you remember yesterday, he said he was going to leave it in the description to copy and paste, but he very much did not do that unless it's in a stupid Discord or something, but I'm not joining that. That's fine. We'll go on ChatGPT and we'll type it in ourselves. Alright, so let me think of what to type out. The example he had in the video for the ChatGPT prompt was really long and complicated, but I think I can achieve the same thing in a couple of words. Alright, this is what I got. Let's see if this works. Okay, we got it. Alright, that was way easier than his dumb prompt. So I think first we'll do unicorn versus dragon probably. Alright, let's see what I can do here. It's gonna cost me 40 credits. Alright, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Which one we thinking? What was the thing again? Versus dragon. Okay. Alright, we use the same prompt, but we just replace it with a dragon this time. Man, we can only make like 2 videos a day with these credits here. Alright, there we go. We got our dragon. Look at that. Alright, now let's see if this will work. This is kind of what we're going for here. There we go. Look at that one. Alright, here we are in the editing software. The guy in the video uses CapCut, but I think we can just recreate it in the software I'm familiar with. So I think we should be able to achieve the same effect here. Alright, so we're going to have unicorn up top and then dragon down low. Do this. A little bit of this, probably. Alright, there we go. Now we just drag some text over it. I have text presets I made, so we'll just use this. 5 seconds of this, and then we'll transition over to the winning shot here. Probably throw some camera shake on this stuff here. That's a little much. Alright, let's tone that down. I might be going a little too try-hard on this, honestly. Alright, I think this is fine. Alright, let's check out the finished product. This is clearly the best video I've ever created in my entire career. So we are definitely going to upload that to monkey mode. Alright, here we are in YouTube Studio. We're going to upload our beautiful video here. Alright, so obviously we can't keep the name as AI Trash. That'll be a little too obvious. We're just going to call it Unicorn versus Dragon. Let's add a hashtag shorts in there probably. Now our video is only 9 seconds long. I hope that's not too short. Alright, let's upload our first video on monkey mode. Alright, our first video down. I'm not going to show you any of the other editing processes because I feel like that would get pretty boring. So I'm just going to make the videos and then I'll show you guys the finished products. I'm not sure how many I'm gonna be able to make. I don't know how many credits I have on this thing. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna make as many as I can and then I'll get back to you guys with the finished videos. Oh, I'm out of credits already? Really? Alright, it looks like we're gonna have to find a different AI image generator. Let's see if ChatGPT can generate us an image. Because as far as I know, ChatGPT is mostly free. Alright, I asked it if it can create images and it can, so let's give this a shot. ChatGPT does take quite a while though. So this is definitely not ideal for time. Is there anything better I can use? Hold on, let me look it up.
5 minutes later.
Oh my god, why does everyone use ChatGPT? It's so trash. I've literally been sitting here for almost 30 minutes trying to generate this stupid picture. And it's not even good! Screw it, I'm using it anyway. Alright, here's our finished capybara versus walrus video. Amazing, isn't it? Alright, let's upload this one. Check in on our new video here, see how that's doing. Got 4 views, lovely. We'll continue with the name theme and we'll just call this capybara versus walrus. Alright, 2 down. I think we're gonna do 2 more, so that'd be 4 videos a day for a week. I feel like that's a good experiment. That should be enough, I think. Alright, so let's come up with our next concept. Alright, let's do octopus versus eagle next. Are you kidding me? 720 hours? Alright, we're trying Google Gemini now. I don't know if this has a limit either. I hope it doesn't. Alright, it did it pretty fast too. Maybe this is the ideal strategy here. Google Gemini. Alright, I really hope this Google Gemini here doesn't have a limit. These pictures are definitely good enough too.
3:28 a.m.
Alright, let's look at our last 2 videos here for the night. I made these 2 back to back this time. Amazing. That narwhal one is so funny. I'm so tired. Alright, let's upload these and then I'm gonna go to bed. Alright, here's our channel on the first day. So our first video has like 5 views. I suspect that'll change or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I think my favorite from today is this narwhal one. These pictures are just so dumb. And this one too. But yeah, anyway, we'll check in tomorrow and see how the channel's doing. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Alright, welcome back for day 3. We're using a different camera today, by the way, and it's recording in higher quality, so tell me in the comments if you like that better. Alright, so I haven't looked at the analytics at all today, so this is the first time I'm going to be seeing them, so let's pull them up real quick. Okay, it looks like our first one got 1.4 thousand views, and then all our other ones flopped. Alright, I got 16 likes. So our first one did okay. Our other ones completely flopped, but I guess that's why you spam upload them. It seems to me like the majority of these videos aren't meant to do well, but occasionally you'll get like a couple that the algorithm really catches on to. We also have 5 subscribers now. Look at that. So I came up with a few ideas I wanted to do that I thought would be funny. First, I think we're going to do chicken versus dinosaur and have the chicken win. So let's ask this Google thing to generate some pictures for us. I never got cut off last night on this Google Gemini. AI for the picture generation. It never gave me a picture limit, so I think we're going to keep using this instead of ChatGPT or whatever that other thing was. All right, let's get straight to work. We're going to be making 4 more of these today. Alright, so here's the finished chicken versus dinosaur video. Very compelling content, I have to say. Alright, let's upload this one. Alright, there. First one for the day down. Or night, I guess. It's currently 2 a.m. Now that we're in YouTube Studio, we can see some more in-depth analytics here. So our unicorn versus dragon, our first video, got 16 likes and 5 dislikes. I feel like it should have been the other way around, but okay. And it got 1,500 views also. So it seems like the whole strategy with this kind of channel is you just spam post as many of these things as you can, and then eventually the algorithm will pick up one of them and it'll go viral. Capybara versus giant tortoise. Oh, we're 100% using that one. This just looks like the capybara is riding the tortoise. This isn't what I wanted. What is going on with its arms? Maybe if I remove the word giant here, maybe that would help. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't know what a giant tortoise is. Alright, here's the capybara versus the tortoise. I can't explain to you why, but this one's just super funny to me. Mark my words, one day we're gonna own a pet one of them. Alright. Oh, our chicken versus dinosaur one got 28 views already. That's interesting. What a difficult job. As you can tell, I'm working very hard right now, putting everything I have into these magnificent creations. Oh, I have an idea. We should do the classic cat versus dog. That one will do crazy views probably. Ooh, which one's gonna win? Which one should we have win? You know, I'm more of a cat person, so I think we'll have a cat win.
2,000 years later.
Alright, let's check out our cat versus dog one. Controversial, I know, but maybe we'll be extra lazy and we'll reuse the same video but have the dog win. Alright, that one's done and uploaded. I'm getting embarrassingly efficient at this. Also, our chicken versus dinosaurs has 60 views now. I have to say I'm disappointed we haven't gotten any comments yet. I do have them open so people can comment. I hope we get some comments in the coming days here. I feel like those will be really funny to read. Oh dang, that's 3 already too, so we have one more video to make. Not to jinx myself, but Google Gemini picture generation here appears to be unlimited, at least for now. Excuse me, that is not an emu, that is a dinosaur. I might have jinxed myself. Did I reach some sort of limit? Or is it just really stupid? Please don't hit a limit. I'm gonna be so mad. It just gave it... What is happening right now? This is quite odd. Maybe it doesn't know what an emu is? I don't know why I wouldn't know what an emu is. I feel like if I ran into like a picture limit for the day, I feel like it would just tell me that, not just infinitely give me dinosaurs. There we go. I don't know what the heck was going on there. Alright, here's our last one for the night. Baboon versus emu. Let's run it back. It's always so funny when it transitions to the last picture. Alright, and up goes our last video for the night. Alright, here's the Monkey Mode channel on day 2. We have 8 videos posted. Our first video that we posted has 1.4 thousand views. And then our chicken versus dinosaur video has 92 already. So that one might actually do pretty good. But yeah, anyway, we'll check in with this tomorrow. And I won't look at the analytics during the day. Anyway, yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Alright everyone, here we are back for day 4. Now once again, I haven't looked at the analytics, so that's what we're going to do right now. One of our videos got like 90 views in an hour, so I'm curious to see how that one did. Our chicken versus dinosaur one, which is the one I was talking about, got 2,315 views. That's not bad. It got 14 likes and 4 dislikes. Still no comments, which is kind of disappointing. I hope we get some comments soon. This is actually technically day 3 of the experiment now that I think of it, because we only started posting on July 3rd. And it is currently July 5th right now. But anyway, yeah, let's continue our hard work and make the 4 videos for the day. I think I'm going to make all these videos in one little sitting, and then I'm going to show you guys all of them when I'm done, and then we'll post them. So let's get to work. Alright, there we go. You guys are not ready for this stuff. We're gonna save the best for last, I think. So here we have tarantula versus anaconda. Here you go. amazing. I feel like the anaconda would have realistically won, but then we have flamingo versus peacock. I feel like that's the most balanced one we've done so far. And then this is second best. We have turkey versus alligator. I made the turkey win instead of the alligator. That last picture is so funny. Then we have the best for last. Chihuahua versus goldfish. You'll never guess who wins. That's my favorite one we've done so far. And it looks like other people agree because it already has 114 views. I have a feeling this goldfish versus chihuahua one's gonna do pretty well because, I mean, just look at that thumbnail. How could you resist clicking that? The goldfish is literally just floating and the chihuahua looks like it's sleeping. Actually a fever dream of a picture there. Alright, so we have 12 videos so far and 5 subscribers. Let's look at our total view count. And so far we approximately have about 4,000 total channel views now. But yeah, our most successful one so far has been chicken versus dinosaur. So these numbers are looking pretty good here. I think we're going to check in tomorrow and make some more videos. So see you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, welcome back to day 5 of the video and day 4 of the experiment. So today I've already pre-made the videos off camera because I'm extraordinarily tired if you couldn't tell. So yeah, we're going to keep today's check-in a little bit shorter. I have not looked at the analytics yet and I have not uploaded the videos yet. But anyway, let's show you guys the videos. Alright, first we're going to do sloth versus koala. Seems like a fair matchup if you ask me. We've got turtle versus hedgehog. Then we got hamster versus squirrel. It looks like they're friends at the end. That is not what my prompt said. Then we have octopus versus dinosaur for our last one here. I like the magical floating octopus out of water. Very cool. Alright, let's check our analytics and post these videos. Interesting. So this actually appears to be quite a pattern. So for whatever reason, it looks like every 3 videos we get a video that gets a good amount of views. And so far that's been without fail. So if our theory is correct, the next video I post should get decent views too. Alright, let's upload these videos. Alright, here's our channel at the end of day 4. We have 16 videos, 5 subscribers, and we've had 3 videos do relatively well. None of them have gone super crazy yet. Maybe we'll get one that'll do really well. I don't know. We'll see. But it looks like our hamster versus squirrel is already getting some views. So anyway, yeah, we'll check in with it tomorrow. Alright guys, here we are back for day 6 of the video and day 5 of the YouTube channel. I gathered up a couple of good ideas today, so these videos should be interesting, to say the least. We might be pushing the limits AI with some of these. I don't know if it's gonna do it. Alright, our first one is a mouse with a Glock versus a bear. I don't know if AI is gonna do this one, but I'll do my best. Oh my god! I did it! Alright, we gotta refine it a little bit. I'm surprised it did it. I didn't think it was gonna let me do that. This could not be better. This is like perfect. I'm actually genuinely surprised that I made a picture with a gun in it. This might be our best video yet. Alright, let's edit this one up and post it. I also haven't looked at the analytics yet, so that's going to be interesting to see. Alright, my masterpiece is done. Obviously, I had to use 679 by Fetty Wap because the mouse has a Glock in his Rari, presumably. Unfortunately, that song is copyrighted, so I'm going to have to work around that, but I'm going to do the best I can. Anyway, I present to you Mouse with Glock versus Bear. Oh my god, this one's gonna go crazy, I bet. Alright, let's upload this thing and check our analytics too. Alright, sticking with the every 3 video theme. This is really weird, by the way. Look, 1, 2, 3, and that one got good views. And again, 1, 2, 3, and that one got good views. This one better get good views because this one is so funny. Alright, while that's uploading, let's make our next one here, which is Seagull versus Kraken. Alright, let's do this. All right, Seagull versus Kraken is done. Let's run that back. Of course the Seagull won. Why wouldn't it win? All right, let's also look at our mouse with Glock. How could you resist clicking this thumbnail here? And this title too? This one's gonna go crazy. I feel it. All right, what else can we do that's pretty funny? Let me think. I think we're gonna do a meerkat with taser versus moose. That's the most ridiculous thing I could possibly think of. This one's good too. I present to you meerkat with taser versus moose. That's definitely up there with the mouse with the gun. All right, let's upload this thing. All right, I'm gonna keep this next one a surprise, but I have a good idea of what I'm gonna do here. All right, here's our final video for the day. I present to you Prairie Dog versus Bigfoot. Amazing. I feel like this is the direction we want to be going right now. The more meme stuff instead of the serious stuff. Alright, here's our channel at the end of day 5 of the experiment. We have 7 subscribers now and 20 videos. I would love to know the reason why we get good views after every 3 videos. That's really weird to me. I've never noticed this in any of my previous shorts before. Anyway, yeah, we'll check in tomorrow. See how our amazing videos do. Salutations. See you tomorrow. Alright, welcome back to day 7 of the video and day 6 of the experiment. So tomorrow is actually our last day of this experiment here. Let's go check in on our channel and see how it's doing. I really hope that one did well, because that one was awesome. Oh wow, it kind of flopped. Interesting. I expected this one to do better than the others, honestly, but apparently it was a little too on the nose. So this one only got 336 views. Maybe it's because it was copyrighted. I used a copyrighted song. I'm not sure. Alright, well apparently people aren't really liking these more self-aware ones, so I guess we'll go back to the more normal ones. Alright, I guess I'm going to speedrun making all these videos today, and then we'll upload them. Alright, let's do this. Alrighty, there we go. Made them all in one sitting. First we got goat versus sheep. We got penguin versus polar bear. So I made the penguin win instead of the polar bear, so hopefully that'll encourage some comments to come in. Then we got chicken versus duck, the battle of the century. I decided for the chicken to win, because I like chickens more. And then lastly, we got capybara versus snapping turtle. Of course the capybara wins. Why wouldn't the capybara win? After all, don't worry, be cappy. Always remember. Alright, let's upload these things. Alright, here we go. We got our 4 uploaded for the day. I'm very confused why every 3 videos one gets good views, and then the 3 between each one doesn't do well. Alright, here's our channel at the end of day 6. We have 24 videos and 7 subscribers. But anyway, yeah. See you guys tomorrow on day 8? Right? Day 8 of the video and day 7 of the experiment. The last day. Anyway, bye. Alright guys, welcome to the last day of our video here. Get out of the camera. But today is our last day of the video. It's been 7 days. It's actually been 8 days because the first day we watched the tutorial thing. But it's been 7 days we've been operating the YouTube channel. So today we're going to count up all the numbers, the likes, dislikes, views, all of that. Then I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on this channel here. And if it's worth it or not, you could probably infer what I think. Alright, here's our videos from yesterday. As you can see, following the weird every 3 video pattern, this one did pretty good. All the videos in between do terrible. I genuinely don't understand. Alright, let's go look at my YouTube channel, my shorts. See, these are the shorts on this channel here. These all do consistently okay views. They're not great or anything, but every 3 videos we're observing on monkey mode. I've never noticed this in my personal channel. But yeah, let me count up every single last view, and then we'll do the same with the likes, but let me do the views first. So we got a total of 11,220. That's not bad. That's more views than my entire channel has done this month. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, over 11,000 views in total. Now we'll count up the likes and dislikes. Alright, so 80 likes and 21 dislikes. I'm actually surprised we got more likes than dislikes. That's kind of crazy to me. But I presume the majority of people watching these are either really old people or really young people. So here we are in our analytics. You might notice it says 9,217 views. That's not right, because I counted up every single one identically, and it was 11,220. So I don't know what that's about. Just a weird YouTube thing, I guess. But we got 14.8 watch hours. That basically means about 15 hours total watched across the channel. Looks like our best video was Chihuahua versus Goldfish. I can definitely see why. Also, we only have 10 subscribers. Interesting. And then we got 24 videos, by the way, too. Didn't mention that. So you guys and myself will be very happy to know that on July 15th of this year, YouTube is implementing a policy cracking down on these faceless and AI just trash channels here. They're focusing on eliminating repetitive, automated, and low-value content. So that's really good to hear, honestly. I'm really happy that they're doing something about that. This is breaking news, by the way. This happened about 10 hours ago on at least this article. So that's really good to hear. I'm really happy about that. So I'm on this Reddit post here, and this person left a really helpful comment. So here's some examples of what's not allowed to be monetized anymore. Short videos that you compiled from other social media websites. Now, I don't know if that means like live streamer clips, like clips of your Twitch channel, because if that's what it means, then I don't really agree with that. But I'm gonna assume it's just like freebooters, reposting memes and stuff. Collections of songs from different artists, even if you have their permission. That's a little weird. Content that gets views, mostly non-verbal reactions without added commentary. That's a good one. Some of these are a little weird in here that I don't really agree with, but I think it's an overall good. I would also like to mention that we got 0 comments this entire experiment. I'm 100% sure that I had the comments open so that you could comment, but it appears no one did. If anyone watching this has an answer for why every 3 videos we get good views, but in between ones do really bad, please let me know in the comments, because I've never observed that in my channel before. If you're super broke and have no money and you're about to be kicked out of your apartment or something, and you think this is an easy way to make some money real quick, I don't think it would be, honestly. These views are definitely not good enough to make a substantial amount of money, especially on shorts. And even though this is low effort, trashy content, it still took me about 40 minutes a day to make these 4 videos. So even though it's not that much effort, it's still not worth it in my opinion. So actually, let me see how much you would actually be making if you had a monetized channel. I mean, with only 10 subscribers in a week, I don't think you're getting monetized anytime soon from a fresh channel. Also, this is hypothetically assuming that YouTube never made the monetization changes. So 11,220 views in a week times 4. That'd be 44,880 views in a month. So it looks like average YouTube short RPM ranges from 0.01 cent to 0.07 cents. So we'll average that to 0.05. So we got this helpful RPM calculator here. We'll input our numbers. So assuming this YouTube RPM calculator from Omni Calculator is correct, with an RPM of 0.05 cents and 11,220 views a week, you would be making a whopping $2.24 a month off of this. This is definitely a rough estimate. RPM is different for everyone. If you don't know what RPM means, basically it means revenue per 1,000 views, or revenue per milli, or something like that. I don't know. Basically, I know it's how much money you make per 1,000 views. You can't really tell what your RPM would be without being monetized. I am not monetized on my normal YouTube channel yet, so I could be wrong about a lot of this stuff, so don't take me at my word for it. So in my opinion, definitely not worth it. You're spending about 40 minutes a day making 4 of these, and for whatever reason, every 3 only do good views. That's really weird to me. I'm not sure about that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something too. I definitely learned a lot about YouTube from this as well. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. I really put my all into this one, so if you liked it, leave a like. Do it. Also subscribe. Did you know the subscribe button like lights up when I say subscribe? You can see that if you go down there and subscribe. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and whatever you do, do not make one of these channels, please. Please don't. I'll be very sad if you do. Okay, bye.